Still sitting on long, still sitting in these kind of deep positions on A. It's very powerful, but enough about the B split because we have the A push jumping down off the catwalk, trying to split 2-3, the low ground, the high ground, trying to use all of that to their advantage, but Device looks very calm at the moment, still having to try to drop out of position, back into elevator, back into CT spawn, still somehow alive. A 3v3 here for both sides as we look at this post-plant situation. Things getting quite tense. Magisk really needs to unlock this frag, but he can't do it. Device can, but maybe there's been some space created now.
Taco up close, he's got the bullets for this. Magisk has to find a headshot soon, and he does. And there goes Nafly as well. Liquid, they planted for short, they kept
Liquid in. Liquid will be taking a force supply straight into that B bomb site. This is going to be interesting. Oh, hello! Twist with a CZ headshot, dispatches Magisk, and they have a five-man setup on the B bomb site. This will be tough to break for Astralis.
dupreeh, here's the movement, here's Taco jumping, Taco trying to get away, just about makes it. Can they hold on? That's the question. dupreeh lurking in the halls, but he does not have the range of the MP9 versus Kevlar, but Twist and Taco are very tagged. He's got to be late on alert because there are three outside B. These guys have to be the ones running distraction. The smoke coming into the CT side. Nafly drops for dupreeh the bite. There's a trade 2-on-2 now. Taco in that car position, but Elige will clean up with the UMP. And this is a better round for Liquid to win.
Piece is quite strong for Team Liquid, but have to hold that fort because, oh, Device challenge, he's actually going to whip this shot. That is a big problem. Now Glaive has to deliver with the rifle. He's got one so far, able to duck behind cover down onto the ramp, and he's got assistance coming in from long as well. Now the numbers start to get a bit troublesome here for Liquid. That's, as I say that, 3 headshots. The Team Liquid side, and we'll see the 3 players of Astralis. Now you have to run to long quickly to try to challenge this take, and it's going to be very tough for Liquid to try to hold on to this. They're going to try to challenge for it though. It's not going too well here. Who gives up on this first? In comes the AWP as well.
Can Glaive go deep enough to bait for his teammate? Look at the awareness from Elige. Before he even sees him, the Molotov is there. He knows what the plan is, and Elige cleans out the long area. Now what do? They try and move plays up short. They're considering abandoning along, it seems. You can see the discussion as they move around on the radar. Elige heading towards the doors and then coming back. All 3 players now in the long position. And dupreeh still has an AWP. Seems they will try to boost the player, but will it be fast enough? Team Liquid are expectant, it seems. Switching the weapons out. Elige is the heavily tagged player, so he takes the sniper rifle. They can keep a player long, especially now they've picked off one player and tried to plant for that position. dupreeh with a headshot onto Nitro, and he will make a rotation.
This is pretty smart for dupreeh. Although, Team Liquid do have to ask some questions as to the delay here on any kind of a repeat from dupreeh on catwalk. We can see that already. Nafly is looking at the position, but AWP versus M4. The M4 will win out.
2-6, Astralis back in the game now. 3 players moving in for a very fast bleed split, it seems. dupreeh sees somebody by the door, the flashbang starts to rain in, but how can they keep them blind? Tipex has angles jumping up over the mid to B smoke. Nitro now moving through the smoke. Oh boy, okay then. The trade is there though, and now no one's on the site to plant the bomb. Magisk can enjoy it on his own. Taco looking to flank, but Device is still in position. There is a shadow given away from this angle, but Device can't do anything about it. 2 versus 1 now, they know where Taco is. Both players moving into the sites. Plenty of time for Taco. As you can see, as the Molotov goes down, Glaive crosses in. Oh, he's going all the way around. Okay. So Taco will expect both players to have a crossfire set up in the site, but instead, Glaive's gone towards T-spawn.
I think he's trying to have an off angle in case he was pushing the dark position, but it wasn't the case. That gamble's not paid off. Taco looks for the clutch. He makes it work. A 3K from
2 headed towards the bomb site. Is this a rush from Liquid? I think it is. They're charging in. What can the CTs do about this? We've got flashbangs all over the shop. All 5-6 players are flashed, and that's going to slow down the push a little bit. They're stuck around the choke point, stuck around the smoke, and Astralis can buy time. Tipex making his way over now, and Liquid abandon ship.
I wonder if Team Liquid actually thought that the site was cleared, because obviously there was still a player that we could see at car, and they go for the instant rotation, which would actually be pretty effective, because right now, Nitro, for example, could have caused them rotating towards the B bomb site, but Astralis immediately understand that B is completely safe, and so they spread out into pretty catch-all positions. They're pretty good to go against anything that Liquid could throw at them, whether it's a B split, whether it's an A split, whatever it looks like. Astralis are looking good to defend here. Now they have one player at the car position, that would be Device, and he has the AWP. And he's the only guy really playing alone if they do push into the A site. And he's the ideal man to do so with the AWP from that position.
Only Device. He missed shots last time, he can't miss them this time. Has he got the flick for Nitro? He won't be a double peek. He's got a warning now. He's seen the gun out, make things a lot easier. But Twist moving over. In the meantime, I think he might have shot him through the wall with the first shot. And then finish him with another shot in the face. Either way, 2 versus 3. Man advantage for Astralis. Glaive, they line up for him, and that's the round.
Device is a good peek here. And he's not actually going to be able to take the shots. There's a quick incendiary, Unleash goes past it. Oh, that's a really important frag. However, his teammates are not able to do as much damage towards the long position. Glaive still alive, nice flash from him. Oh, Nitro's not blind though, and he's going to eliminate Glaive quite quickly.
Big question though. Glaive, I think, was blind, so we don't know if anything came up on the radar for him. If it did, if he sees all 3 players there, that's a lot of information for Astralis, but we have to assume that he doesn't. And just now, I think he's holding a line towards the short position, and Team Liquid are moving all the way towards B, and no one is looking through mid doors in time to see this.
And Liquid actually dropped the smoke to suggest that they're going to be going A. That CT smoke is a better version of dropping the smoke on the cross. Going into the A site, and they go for the fast B. Astralis do read it though, but they have to defend it. Magisk gets a good spray on the first player, but it's now down to the 3 players of Liquid that are on the bomb site. The bomb is down, there's 50 seconds to pick it up. There's just 1 player left, of course. HUD is going to be fixed in a moment. We'll see whether or not Nitro is able to save this round. 17 health against 2 AWPs. An awkward situation for both teams. He has no grenades. Is it a fake? Oh, he gets called out immediately by dupreeh.
It's a B rush, what it used to be though. It looks like a narrower choke point than it was previously. And dupreeh has the HG grenade ready in case this happens. Big damage being done. dupreeh, they're lining up for it. Misses the first shot though. The Magic now, he's round double stack, taking Nitro down. 3 more players to find. And they're only just now moving through that choke point. Around the car, 2 players that look like they're almost in the red. dupreeh getting peppered through the door, but there are big advantages here for the CT side. Spamming the grenades, spamming the flashbangs, but Liquid have the sights.
And they have a smoke and a Molotov. Those are really key. You re-smoke the door, you can Molotov the window. You don't want to smoke the window, makes it too easy for the CTs to run through. And so Liquid able to get some moment of calm here. It did not look like they were going to be able to take this bomb site, but they've managed to do it. Now they just have to hold against the final push from Astralis. 2 AWPs, 2 M4s, loads of grenades, diffuse kits, they're very healthy. Oh, what is that? Very fast reset there on Unleash as he jumps up onto the stones. Xyp9x though will execute the remainder of the bomb sites, and it's just down to Twist, and he can only do so much against so...
To play every now and then, on occasion. Is Device expected? Probably not. Neither is dupreeh, can't do anything about it. Now there are 3 players in CT, but shooting through that door. Door's not going to be opened. 2 players in B apartments, in B halls rather. Nitro's got the range, but he has been shot in the head. He's baiting now for his teammate Naf. He's letting one guy go past, but he's a bit slow tracking there. Very unlike Naf. Very unlike Naf. That should have been a guaranteed kill. That's sure to frustrate him.
Yeah, that's a big problem. Nitro was the bait. Naf's job was to get the kill. That mistake could cost them, but Twist is here to save the day. He's shown great clutches so far, but he can't get down. Swat, he somehow gets a headshot there.
Check out that angle from that. Very protected indeed. He can jump over these boxes on his own. Oh, they've got I think they've got the high smoke grenades and stops him from looking towards the doors.
Yeah.
Really smart stuff. Vintage Astralis.
Yeah, that's really important. We can go back to that point in a moment because the bomb site is now taken by Astralis. They're in a 4v3. There's still a chance for Liquid to do something here, but how do they fancy their chances here? 3 players left with M4s and Kevlars, and they want to save those, I think. Their money really sucks. If they are to survive with 3 players, they can easily...
The 6th man advantage for Astralis because they've left long, but Liquid have as well, and they have to assume it's compromised, and Nafla gets compromised in mid.
Really nice frag there from Max, just pushing further in, and just look how they do this. This is a really classic round of Dust 2. We'll have to explain in a moment, see how Taco does in this situation. Gets a kill. Not ready for the trade fragger though, and this should be a pretty easy round now for Astralis. But to go back to the point, classic Dust 2 round, you go for the fast long take. It's very hard for the CT sometimes to get there in time, especially if you have a good spawn.
Continue to show their presence. Forwards the wall of smoke. Old school again. If there's a pit player, it isolates him, and Liquid are forced to abandon. He's been oh, it goes back through with a flashbang. At least he sees 3 people, or 2.5, but he's dead.
So smart from Astralis. You know, there's many ways to skin a cat, as the saying goes, and they just play a delay. They wait for them to disperse until there's less players along, and that's when they go and retake it again. And they've got 45 seconds to play with. They can double back into other positions. Team Liquid can't know for certain until they see them and get the information. And here they go. Nitro with the AWP. Smokes, though, really making his life difficult. He doesn't have a clean shot anywhere. Falls down to elevator. Maybe has to go all the way to CT spawn here. Still, no engagements offered to Nitro. 4 players left here for Liquid, and the bomb goes down for Astralis.
dupreeh picked off while Astralis make their way to the site. What? What? 4 versus 2 though, make it 3. Elige picked off on a short position. 2 players from CT and 1 is pretty far behind. I think Astralis are confident that long is safe for the time being. They'll come to support Zipex, who's doing more damage. That's 2, he's got 2 more to go. Trying to burst onto Taco, and there it is. Very cool execution from Zipex. And then Zipex becomes the bait, and Magiskoi makes it easy. Again, the high smoke, the low smoke. Elige gets a kill regardless. There are 2 people in the B bombs, like Nafla coming out with some flashbangs maybe, but he gets taken out. But Taco keeps the numbers in Liquid's advantage, but he's isolated, he's alone. Glaive avoiding the flashbang in CT. Does Elige push through? Glaive has to do something. We've got a flank coming in from T spawn, but will Glaive be looking for this as he comes in? He is, in fact. Twist looking away, maybe expecting a flash, I don't know, but might have had his mouse cord stuck or something, but he's dead. And now it's advantage Astralis, and it's Liquid saving all the rounds in this half.
Astralis just don't have utility here.
Does he go forward? Does he go back? Does he just hide in the Gandalf position? He is in a very weird spot with this AWP. He might have to bait his teammates now. They have the man advantage for the time being, but that hasn't done him so well, so good in a lot of these rounds. Notably, Astralis' on-the-fly smoke grenades aren't really doing the job on the cross, but they've still been safe. Now Zipex is alive in a post-plant position. That does not bode well. Nitro finally playing his hand. Glaive taken out, and now it is Magisk alone. 1 versus 2. I think he knows where Nafly is, but Nafly will win the duel on this occasion. Over the boxes, didn't want to make the play towards B, so B is open because Naf is still outside. They had the support, they had the boost player to try and avoid those smokes from Astralis, but they've conceded the B bomb sites in the meantime. 4 versus 5 retake attempts to try and avoid match point. If they try and retake and they lose, they have nothing for the next round, so it will be a save from Team Liquid.
But they have to be suspicious of the split. So they're looking now for information into middle. We've got Nitro trying to see, okay, what's going on over here? Are we going to see a split? Yes or no? There's actually 4 players barreling up towards the A-bomb site. And Team Liquid have to concede it.
Elige is flanking long, but for some reason Magisk didn't hear him. He just ran up short above Magisk and he heard nothing, or maybe he did. He didn't react though. Oh, Nitro's going to get shot in the back of the head, but there's Elige. He must win this duel. He does, but it's a 2 versus 3. Taco coming in from spawn. The nade flying in. There goes Taco. dupreeh moving for a double pick of his teammates, but he can't get there fast enough. 2 versus 1, and that's it. Astralis are your ECS Season 5.
Their destiny, that this was written in the stars.
The topless men come to celebrate. Maybe we could get an